Hi everyone, welcome to the channel and welcome to your monthly reading for Cancer, for the sign of Cancer, and it is for the month of 18. And thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing and all your support over the last few weeks and months. It's such a lovely feeling to be able to do these readings for you and to have that connection. So it's been a real joy for me. And it's a reading for Cancerians for the month of June. Let's have a look. This is general reading, Cancerians, so also accountable for moon and rising signs. And I'm using the Tarot of the New Vision today. And also some oracle cards. So it's the Angel Answers card this month from Doreen Virtue. And just chosen them for the beautiful color, really, and the Eastery feel to them. Oh, you've got two there. And also the Soul Singing Oracle cards again. Okay, so let's have a look, Cancerians. Your overall energy for the month is, this is in reverse actually, so I'm picking up. So this is, it's the Death card in reverse. So, see how that applies to your situation. Please be sure, that the Death card doesn't mean anybody's going to die, but it does imply changes and probably changes you've been going through or are going through, and it will be that these changes have already been going on for you as it's in reverse, your overall energy, or you're finding it difficult to make changes. It's usually one or the other. And we'll just see how that pans out in terms of your overall reading. So you've got the Three of Swords, and then we have the Four of Swords. Then we're moving towards the Emperor card in reverse, and the Three of Wands. And we have the Knave of Pentacles in reverse, also known as the Page of Pentacles. We have the Tower, which links in with the Death card, also about change. Then we have the Lovers in reverse, and we have the Knight of Wands, where we're starting to move forward again. Okay, so the month, the overall energy of the month is one of change, generally, because you have the overall energy of the Death card influencing your overall situation this month. And you also have the Tower, which are two major Arcana cards with really strong element of change. So you will be contemplating some change or have contemplated some change, and you will find that change is challenging you. You know, that there is something in your heart which is not sitting right, or something that is dissonant in some way, that you're feeling not totally connected to anymore. And it's pushing you on to make changes. So, and I can see that because we're starting off with the Three of Swords here, which is one of the more challenging cards in the deck, and it is about feeling maybe stabbed in the back, or feeling grief or be grieved, or in that sense your mental, as swords really refer to the mental states we are in, and mental processes and thinking patterns, and anything cerebral, anything that's going on right in the planning area of our brain. And the Three of Swords being one of the ones where you have been through a bit of a tough time. You're coming the month in this way. It's only early in the month that you're feeling this energy. It's not going to last necessarily, but it's something you bring into at the start, where you feel that there is a situation that you're not so happy with, or that you feel things are not totally fair, or you're not being understood, or you're being talked down by somebody, or feel intimidated by somebody. It is not a very nice card, not a very nice energy to start the month with, but luckily it's not the only energy here. And be moving fastly forward. We've got some beautiful cards here to balance this out. And I prefer to see it at the beginning of the month, because at least we know what we're dealing with, and then we can move on from it. And you quite quickly start to move on from it, because it shows me that there is some sort of battle, either mental, but usually mental battle with the swords suit, and because it's quite internal how you process things, and so, but sometimes it can relate to communication as well. But it's followed quite quickly by the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is a suit that shows that there has been a battle, that you are resting. This is a soldier laying down. And it is often referred to as having a break of something, or taking time out, or the battle has been done sort of feeling. Now, obviously, a part of you feels like, maybe a part of you feels like it has been dying, or it has been switching off in some way or another. And it feels to you like life has been a bit harsh on one level, or you have been quite harsh to your own mind, with your own thoughts in a way. And so this is the energy, like something is been harsh, and it's been difficult, maybe unfair, challenges every day, and you're moving through that, and you're coming into the month with a sense like something needs to change. This is to a certain area in your life. I feel there's definitely this move towards change with the Death card in reverse there, overshining this reading. So then we move to the Emperor in reverse. The Emperor is a very strong, a rigid personality. It is somebody who wants to rule his Emperor, obviously. In this card, particularly in this deck, it shows sometimes it's quite a jolly card where he's having fun. But in this card, it's all quite a serious, grey, invisible, I should say, figure in the background, but whose ruling is very strict and regulated, and progress. It needs to be very thorough before you can move on. But this card is in reverse for you, and it's sort of saying to me that the reins and the restrictions are going to be taken off of you a little bit. That means that you are getting opportunities to feel freer in yourself, to move on in some way in one area of your life. And it's combined with the Three of Wands, which is a beautiful, positive card. So the Emperor in reverse combined with the Three of Wands. The Wands standing for forward movement, for action, for progress in a way. It's like a very fiery suit. And the Three of Wands often refers to achieving and your manifesting, really. It's manifesting your will in a way. And in this deck, it's also showing great leadership and being on top of your form here. So you're moving towards moving on and taking with you maybe some people as well, because this shows me that this leader is followed by a whole string of people and animals. I don't think you're going to move on with the whole, but some of you never know. But it does give me a wee sense, like something is going to move on, and it's a positive move. And it is about reducing the limitations on yourself and allowing yourself to be free. It's certainly also a free spirit, the Three of Wands figure, and related to nature or expansion in a way. And you're opening yourself up for that, Cancerian. It feels like that. It's about moving away from all the hurt that's been in the past, or all the challenges that you've struggled with, maybe on your own, quite lonely, and maybe a sad time. Maybe you're leaving a sad time behind you, and you can allow yourself to do that just by opening yourself up to take off the real strong restrictions, the mind restrictions that we set on ourselves, so that you can see the world clearer and you know where you're going better. And manifesting your will in a positive way. So there is a movement here towards using your will to manifest and to allow yourself to be freer in your thinking, so that you can see better the new opportunities that lie ahead of you, and you can move towards a more positive way forward. and you're leaving something behind. I feel like that is to do with something that you did love in the past, or a relationship that you did like in the past, or love, because the lovers are in reverse here. And it is that doesn't always relate in a general reading to somebody. It relates to a situation or somebody or a group of people that you have connected with, or a situation that you fell out of love with, or feel a bit disconnected with. And this change here, this forward movement here, where you are starting to see that you need to be strong and take the opportunities that are here for you, and that are presented to you, to take something forward, because you're ending the month with the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is also very fiery, forward striving energy, where you can see the horse really is charging forward. It's not out of control, but it is definitely a way of bringing news or seeing the way forward again and moving forward with that. So as you move through the month, and it can also be an energy that is quite early in the month, like quicker, but that it would affect the whole of the month. So it's not necessarily weekly, cut off by each week, but a process that you're going through, and it may be that it happens quicker, and that it then affects the rest of your month quite significantly. So we are manifesting here, and we're leaving something behind, which I feel may well be something you have loved in the past, and that you feel a bit hurt by or a bit disconnected by, and you are ready to move on. And the moving on feeling is also happening here in this. It's reflecting in these two card spreads here, with the Knave of Pentacles bringing you a new opportunity, but the Knave of Pentacles is in reverse. So there is something here to think about. Maybe somebody is offering you something, and you do need to think about it, because it's not easy to pick it up. It may be challenging for you to accept that offer, because the offer is in reverse. Pentacles being related to physical things, like tangible things you can feel, touch, smell, and just the things that really are material and earthy in your life. And it's combined with the Tower, and the Tower again is a card of great change. So the change, it feels, is happening, and there is a little process going on here in terms of getting your head around it and leaving some things behind that will have been important to you, or maybe to some extent still are, but you just feel like you need to make more distance from it. That it has maybe been too claustrophobic for some of you as well, and you need some freedom here with the Emperor in reverse. So strong process of change here for you, and initially starting the month off maybe with some challenges which are facilitating this change, maybe confirming that you need to make a change, and starting to see that light again, and really moving towards a new way forward, charging forward with the Knight of Wands. There, lots of fire there to move forward and to make this choice and to make that happen. So let's have a look at your Angel Answers cards. So the first card says forgiveness. And that card, I feel, is very strongly related to the beginning of the month, where you are being confronted with something that maybe people or a situation that have not been kind to you. Maybe it has been there for a longer period of spell, because the soldier here, who is either resting or who has died, or who has, a part of the battle has been fought. There is, it doesn't sound to me that it's something that's been short and only in the recent past. It feels like something that's been going on for a longer period of time. So, and it feels like you will have been hurt in some way, and the situation has been very unpleasant. So forgiveness is a very appropriate card for that situation, if you feel that applies to you. Now the other Angel Answer card is Perfect Timing. And this card is much more towards the other side of the tarot deck spread here. Like, boom, we're moving on here. We need to forgive the past, and then perfect timing to move on to newer ways forward, which is such a strong message in this tarot spread this month for you. And it will apply to different areas in your life, obviously, but I feel it has to apply to something that you have loved in the past and where you felt hurt from on some level, or grief or upset of some sort. And then your soul singing oracle card is saying abundance. Allow yourself to visualize what it is that you want. Plant the seeds of your desire today to allow an abundance of blossoming ideas, health, wealth, happiness, and joy into your life. That's quite a long reading. So the card says abundance, and it says allow yourself to visualize what it is that you want. Plant the seeds of your desires today to allow an abundance of blossoming ideas, health, wealth, happiness, and joy into your life. So it's encouraging you to start visualizing about where you do want to go. It's clear that you don't want to stay in the situation where you are starting the month off with, and that some change is on the cards, literally. And but you can then connect with that change by allowing yourself to really free yourself up and seeing and visualizing where you do want to go with that part of your life. Because you're becoming more flexible in your way of looking and opening yourself up for new ideas. So there is this movement here. So allow all this to influence you this month, Cancerians, because it's very positive. Sometimes change can feel also very powerful and quite excuse me, intrusive in your life, but you can be encouraged really about that these changes are divine timing, really, and that these need to happen for your highest good and for your happiness, it seems. So allow it to happen, flow with it, and see where you are by the end of the month. It must feel a lot more powerful, a lot more in your element, and a lot more positive, because you are starting to really see the direction where you want to go into. So this is your overall reading and your energies, Cancerians, for this month. I wish you a beautiful month, and thank you so much for watching. If you would like a personal reading for your situations specifically, then do contact me via tarotforlifecoaching.com, and there are different options to choose from. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it very much, and I look forward to seeing you soon again. Have a beautiful month. Bye.